Hello everyone and welcome to the channel, and I am here for an album review for you guys. Now for this review, I'm going to be reviewing 2112 by the band Rush. Now Rush is easily one of those bands that come to mind when I think of bands that I would consider my favorites. I mean, I'm not sure who else I would think of. It really is hard to choose a favorite band, but Rush is definitely up there as one of my favorites, easily top 5. So the album I'm going to be reviewing from Rush is their album 2112, and I have the original remastered version right here. I also have the deluxe edition, and I also have the anniversary edition. So yeah, definitely all three of them are definitely worth owning if you're a fan of Rush. And yeah, 2112, it's easily one of my favorites from the band, probably my second favorite from the band. My favorite would probably be Moving Pictures, but I mean 2112 is just, it's a darn close second for me. And I know a lot of people regard this as one of their best, if not their best, and understandably so. So the album starts off with 2112, which is the epic from the album, and probably one of my favorite Rush songs. I mean, it's, I believe it's over, it's a little over 20 minutes, and yeah, it's one of their best epics for sure. I just love how one thing leads to the next, and the introduction alone, how it just leads up into Geddy Lee's vocals, and when he's singing and shouting and all that, I mean, that, he really does sound like he's giving it his all in this song. But yeah, the song 2112 is just a good example of how talented all three of the members were with this band. So yeah, 2112, definitely one of Rush's best songs, at least in my opinion. Probably one of the best songs on the album too. In fact, I probably would say it is. I mean, probably is my favorite on the album, but I don't know. There's not really a weak song on this album. Okay, so next up we got the Passage to Bangkok, and yeah, this is a more accessible song. If you're looking for something a little more accessible, a little more mainstream from this album, this is probably the song that's going to do it for you the most, I think, because it is a very accessible, radio-friendly, mainstream-sounding song, and yeah, it's fairly catchy. I really like the chorus. The chorus is pretty catchy, but it's not so mainstream to the point where there's just no like heaviness to it, but there is heaviness. But yeah, it is one of the more commercial songs on the album. Then we got the Twilight Zone, which is another kind of more commercial track, and yeah, I like this one. It's a bit darker, moodier, I guess. Yeah, I like this one too. Then you got Lessons, which is maybe my least favorite on the album. I'm not sure, but again, there's not a weak song on here, so to pick a least favorite, it's not saying much. I think it's a really great song though, so yeah, Lessons is also good. You got Tears, one of the more emotional tracks on the album. Kind of unique in a way, more of a ballad-like song, and yeah, I do like this one. I believe Alice in Chains covered this song as well, so that's pretty cool. I believe you can actually find that cover on this version of 2112. So yeah, but Tears, more emotional driven track. I like this one. Then you got Something for Nothing, and pretty decent album closer. I do like this one. And yeah, not a weak song on this album. Like I said, all the songs on here are excellent. And you know, this album was coming off their first 3 albums, the debut, Fly By Night, and Caress of Steel, and I mean, obviously I wasn't alive when this album came out, but I just can only imagine what, you know, the Rush fans were feeling at this point. I mean, they were probably mind blown when this album came out, you know, because it's definitely more unique than anything that they did before at the time. So yeah, definitely a fantastic album, a masterpiece of an album. So if I were to give this album a score, I would give it a 10 out of 10. A perfect score, that's right. I mean, this album has everything. I mean, it's a good start if you're wanting to check out Rush for sure. It has the I guess, commercial elements. It has the heaviness, the progginess. I mean, with the progginess, you can really get that, especially in the title track. But yeah, definitely a great album, so check it out if you haven't already. I mean, whatever it is you listen to, put that aside for a moment and just give this album a listen. It's fantastic. So let me know your thoughts of 2112 by Rush. I think it's a great album, so with that being said, thanks for watching, have a nice day, and take care.